and gentlemen.
Welcome to Real Estate 35.
I am Lieutenant Colonel Flyer Dubrell,
I'm Lieutenant Colonel Kenzie Farrell with you.
and we are the MCs for today's Real Estate who will lead today's session. Before we start the sessions for today, let me introduce you what actually real estate is. So, real estate is a level up test where trainees from youth sessions will be delivering their meeting speeches.
We also have another test known as the post-written test to measure your knowledge about public speaking theories such as what you should and shouldn't do.
This real estate is going to be an exciting one, as we have a bunch of interesting speeches by our participants coming up soon, so stay tuned.
Now let's introduce our talented judges for today and ask them to give some motivation to our participants. Our first judge is the public speaking trainer. Give a big round of applause for Miss Cecilia Zong.
Hi, parents and our students. Today you are going to real stage, which is something that you're looking forward to, is it? Probably not. Okay, so today in every real stage, in every life stage as well, right? When you want to level up, you need to face the boss, right? Like in games, usually for every level you conquer the big boss, alright? So now, today, this is your big boss. Okay, so well, students, I just want to say good luck. Today is not about perfection, it's about progress. As long as you go up there, you take a breath, and then you perform really your best, that's already enough. Alright, for parents, I just want to say thank you so much for your support in believing SMLONE and for one of these institutions to make students better in life and also in public. Thank you. Back to MC.
Thank you, Ms. Cecilia. I believe the message are well received. And our second judges for today is also one of our public speaking trainers. Let us welcome Ms. Fiorentina.
Hi everyone. So I know that everyone actually has this theory, which is really uncomfortable right now, right? But no matter what, today is the day for you to be on the real stage, and just like in your life journey, it's like a roller coaster. So all of the preparations that you have made is also part of the journey that you have to go through until you are being in the destination. Well, this real stage, it's not your very last destination. It's just part of it. So let's give your best today, and good luck, everyone.
Thank you for the short message. So hopefully the participants are feeling more confident, and now is the time for the written post test. You'll be given a few questions to test your knowledge about the theories of public speaking.
The materials are all from the input sessions in class. So as long as you pay attention in class, I believe that you can answer the questions easily. So the questions are fairly easy. I'm sure all of you will pass the test. So for all participants, please step outside the door and take the test. Good luck.
You can do this. I believe in you. Yeah, come on. So everyone, how's the test? Was it easy? I'm sure that's very easy. Great test. Now it's time to start explaining the rules for real estate. Second is don't push or argue about something. Try to speak it. This. Yes. Okay, first go.
Annual for SMLONE 2024 yang akan menghadirkan 10 lebih inspiring speaker dengan topik Journey World Listening dan akan dilaksanakan di Politeknik WBI pada tanggal 8 September 2024. Perlu tiketnya di www.smlone.id. Jangan sampai ketinggalan.
So everyone, how's the test?
Was it easy?
Was it? Well, I'm pretty sure all of you will pass since you're all very smart. Not sarcastic, by the way. Now it is time for us to explain the rules for the real stage.
First, please keep your phone silent during the speakers speaking so the speakers can speak smoothly without getting any distractions.
Second, please don't go in or out of the room while a speaker is speaking. Distract the speaker and lose their focus.
Third, littering is prohibited in the room. Treat SMLONE like our own home. Keep it always clean.
Lastly, after each speaker finishes their speech, judges will give feedback and comments to the speaker. For the audience, you can also give your feedback as well by accessing this form within this link shown here. But please don't type anything unnecessary.
Now, let us explain the time limits. For surgeon, you can deliver any speeches with the usage of PowerPoint, music, or even property for 5 to 7 minutes. In the 5 minutes, our timer will turn on the green light, and in the 6 minutes, our timer will turn on the yellow light, and in the 7 minutes, our timer will turn on the red light.
So for all participants, remember to always pay attention to the time limit, and remember to ring the bell and say that was easy each time you finish.
So for all participants, remember to always pay attention to your time limits, just like what we have learned before in SMLONE. If the speech is too short, your speech will be meaningful. But if your speech is too long, your speech is going to be bored by the audience, by hearing by the audience. Now, it's time for us to officially start the Real Stage 35. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
Ready.
Yay! Okay, so our first speaker is someone from the class of Galileo. Let's welcome Brayden Lisman. Raiden Lusman, environment, Raiden Lusman. The stage is yours. Good luck.
Our environment is facing a lot of problems that are caused by all of us, humans. We humans do a lot of activities that causes a lot of destruction to our planet. But what are some of these activities, you may ask? Well, the first one is the unhealthy use of plastic. Creating plastic itself is already very destructive to our planet because it also includes the activity of burning fossil fuels. And this burning of fossil fuels increases our temperature. That's why these days we feel that it's very hot. Once we go out, we sweat easily. It's because of the activity of burning fossil fuels. And then the second activity is also related to plastic, which is what we do after using it. Well, we all know that plastic is something that cannot be broken down. So what happens after it's being used? Well, it's either thrown away in oceans, forests, or any other natural habitats of animals, or burned. Well, if we throw it in oceans, we are contaminating the lives of other living things, such as marine animals. As you know, turtles are now considered as endangered animals because of assuming plastic bags as foods. The third problem is deforestation, or the activity of cutting down too much trees. Well, cutting down trees is actually good because it is used to obtain natural resources like wood to make furniture or paper. But too much is not good for our planet. Our trees act as a filter that helps absorb most of carbon dioxide and give us clean air to breathe. Without trees, we are breathing in dirty or not sanitized air that can be bad for our lungs. And the last one is using too much transportation. Transportation emits a gas called carbon monoxide, which is very unhealthy to our lungs. And the more it is produced in our planet, the more affected we are. There are so many problems, but there are also methods to stop this. Well, these methods we can start right now. The first method is easy. It's a very simple step. It's to stop using plastic. How? We can exchange plastic bags with using cloth bags. Cloth bags are reusable, washable, and we don't have to throw it away once we finish because we can use it more and more. And then the second one is to plant more trees. We need more trees to make our planet rich in the greenery because without trees, our lungs will actually be infected with bad oxygen. And the last one is using less transportation. How? We can use bicycle. Bicycle is actually an environmental friendly transportation which doesn't involve in any of natural damage because it does not emit any bad gas that might harm our environment. And we can also use walking from short distances because it also helps us exercise and also saves our world at the same time. And also imagine that our roads are just not filled with too much cars. It will also lessen the density of the road, making traffic not too much. So there are so many problems that we are facing in this planet that we have to start solving. Environmental problem isn't the only problem that we are facing right now. There are also so many other problems that we're facing, such as diseases, sickness, from all of these other activities because of throwing or using plastic. Plastic is a very harmful material that if it's keep on being used, it is very unhealthy for our world. And one day our world will actually destroy or damage. As you know, there are so much news or so much time of forests being burnt, or great fires of forests. And how does this occur? Well, it's maybe because of burning from houses near forests. So we have to keep conserving our planet so it will stay very clean and we can keep preserving it. We have to start doing all of these methods today. Not tomorrow, not next week, but right now. Let's be the generation that saves the earth. We have to be the one that step up and be the one to make Earth a better place. I am Raiden and thank you.
Well, thank you for your amazing speech. Now let us welcome one of our judges for today to give a little bit of feedback. Let us welcome our first judges, Miss Cecilia.
Raiden, how did you feel? Nervous, but you're all done now, so don't have to worry about it now. You can take a deep breath and out. Okay, Raiden, you did really well today. I can tell that you really mastered your topic, which is about environments and how you really dislike plastic, right? Okay, so we get that message delivered really well. Okay, we get the message, which is that we have to take action today, not tomorrow. You made it really clear when you close this the speech, which is really impactful, right? You have a CTA, which is called a call to action at the end of your speech. Okay, really, really well structured. Number two, the things that I really like about always listening to you, Braden, is your vocal clarity and the sturdiness of the message. So when you say, you articulate it really well, which makes it very, very clear. Vocal clarity is very good. All right. I can also see that your body gesture, you move from one side to the other side, which is the problem side and the solution side. Was that correct? Okay. I have a little suggestions for that. As we read from the left to the right or the right to the left? From left to the right. So when we move to the stage, it is suggested that you move from the left first, then to the right. Our left and to the right. So we can, as our subconscious mind, is that, oh, okay, you're doing the problem side and then you're going to the solution part. Okay, that's a mini tweak. The second is that because today you bring a topic such that environment is in need of our help, correct? I think what would make it more impactful is that you give us this information and exact information how much trees have been taken down. For example, every year 20% of our trees in the world has been cut down. That's like some information that make us like, oh my god, that's a lot, right? So making these informations available to the audience will make your message even more powerful. All in all, I really love your speech today. Good job, Raiden.
That
was easy.
Thank you very much. I believe the feedback is well received. Now let's have 1 minute of silence so our dear trainees and parents can fill out the feedback form so that the speaker can improve more. That's the one.
Well, our next speaker is from the class of Grande. Let us welcome Clarissa and Berlin to the stage. and Berlin. The impact of social media, Clarissa and Berlin. Your time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. The stage is yours. Good luck.
Hello, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Clarissa Emily, and today I'm standing here to talk about a topic that is quite relatable for all of the audience here, especially teenagers my age, and it is about social media. But before I start my speech, I have a question for all of the audience here. How often do you play your social media in a day? And if it's more than 2 hours, please raise up your hands. Okay, thank you. You will lower down your hands. Now, looking at the number of hands raised, we all know that social media is becoming the part of our life now. But have you guys ever thought about how social media would impact our life? Well, actually, social media is a double-edged sword. On one hand, social media can help us to stay connected with our friends, family, and even people across the world. But on the other hand, social media can give a negative impact on our life. It can give a negative impact on our mental health, on our self-esteem, and even our time management. But let's start with the positive side. So, like we all know, social media is a platform where we can share our moments, our ideas, and our thoughts instantly. And social media also can help us to collect a lot of information from around the world. And social media also can let us to promote our styles, like our business and another stuff. But however, with all of those benefits, it comes with some challenges. And how have you guys ever get pressure for posting a perfect picture on your page? Or maybe comparing your life with another people's life that maybe it seems more flawless? Well, actually, this is the start where social media can give a negative impact on our life. But another aspect to consider is how social media affect our time management. Because social media is a addictive stuff where we can sit, do nothing, and scrolling our social media from the day till the night. Actually, me myself ever struggle with this kind of issue where on the weekend I do nothing, I just sit down and scroll my social media. And I spend all of the time where I'm supposed to study, do my hobbies, or maybe just have a moment of peace staying away from the screens. Well, so what can we do about this kind of issue? How can we help ourselves to not get into this kind of issue? Well, it's not about quitting the social media entirely or deleting your social media account. Because, however, if you just delete your social media account, you can just download it whenever you want. Whenever you think about your social media, you can just download it and you already got your social media back. Well, the thing that we can do is we have to find a balance between our social media life with our real life. And be mindful of our social media use and make sure that our social media won't affect our real life connection and our responsibilities. In conclusion, social media is a powerful tool that has transformed our world in many ways. But just as another tool, we have to use it wisely. Gary Vaynerchuk, an American businessman, ever said, social media is more addictive than cigarettes and alcohol. So let's make sure that this social media won't affect our life. It won't affect any aspect of our life. It won't make us stuck in our phone, do nothing, sit there, and let's make sure that we are the one who control our social media rather than let it control us. That's it from me. Thank you.
thank you for your inspiring speech. Now let's have one of our judges here to give their feedback. Let us welcome our judge, Miss Fio.
Well, Clarissa, you have a cheerful facial expression, and that's actually bringing a very good vibe in the room, which shows that you have the friendly attitude for sharing about this social media itself. Okay, so that is very well done. Something that I really love is you're being very relaxed in explaining it and then freely moving around the stage. I think you have mastered like the whole stage on how you got to bring the attitude for delivering the speech itself. I'm going to focus more on the content of this social media itself. Since there are so many things that you're telling, I think that you've need to really make it precise, like in what kind of categories that we have to really focusing more on. Since there are so many topics that you are delivering, somehow it's like jumping from one place to another place. So you might need to stick with one main important things that you really want to allow the audience to bring home. So like just now you were saying the closing statement about we are in control, don't let the social media that control us, right? So that's your key point. Then how? How is it? Make it precise. If you are going to give the information, yeah, maximum like 3 informations for the tips itself, how we are going to remove that. And then you can also give the data, like the specific data, how many percent, the percentage from people using social media and what is actually going to happen to them, something like that. Make the statistic data. So it will make you look even more professional in bringing this kind of topic. Okay. Overall, very well done in delivering it. Okay, let's give a big round of applause.
That
was easy.
Thank you very much. I believe the feedback are well received. Now, let us have 1 minute of silence so our dear trainees and parents can fill out the feedback.
Miss, private and surgeon, your time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, so our next speaker is someone from the class of Doyle. Let's welcome Evelyn Lee. The stage is yours. Good luck.
Have you guys ever heard of the story Ghost Daughter? If yes, please raise your hand. I guess not. Well, it started at 8 September on 2016. There's a guy named Tiny. He was 23 years old at the time. He was known for a very kind man back when he was in high school. But he was often get bullied because of his jawline. You guys know what jawline is? So he wanted to get a plastic surgery on the jawline. But once he told his parents about it, of course they weren't happy. Because doing a plastic surgery, of course, has risk, right? So he saved up his money for 2 years until he could finally afford to get the plastic surgery. So he did some research on what clinic he wanted to do the plastic surgery at, and he found this one clinic. It was actually quite popular, and based on the review, lots of celebrities have gone there to get their plastic surgery done. So, at 8 September 2016, he went to the clinic and talked to the surgeon itself. The surgeon assured him that the plastic surgery will be done 2 hours. He went to the clinic at 1 p.m. that time, and it will end at 3 p.m. So he just like, okay, whatever. He signed the paper and start the plastic surgery. So the surgeon brought him to the operation room and let him lay on the operation table. So the surgeon inject him with the anesthesia and he get unconsciousness. The surgeon then did the plastic surgery, and only for 5 minutes after that, he just left the room, left Tayi unconsciousness like that. It's 5 p.m. that time, and the ghost doctor then came in. Do you guys know what ghost doctor is? Well, ghost doctor is like a doctor who exchanged the real surgeon to do the plastic surgery. But then this ghost doctor doesn't really know how to do the plastic surgery. So he just did everything he can to Tayi. After that, he also left the room. And at 9 p.m., Tayi hasn't woken up yet. He still was unconsciousness in the operation table. After that, lots of nurses came in the room, but they just play their phone. They don't look at Tayi or check at him. After a few minutes, they heard a dripping sound. It turns out to be Tayi's blood dripping from the operation table. But the nurses just felt calm and just mopped the blood for nearly 13 times. At that time, Tayi has lost 70% of his blood. So the nurses told the surgeon about it, and the surgeon, of course, felt panic. But the surgeon doesn't want to seem like it's his fault. So the surgeon called the emergency room at the hospital and told them that Tayi was conscious, he could talk, but he just lost some of his blood. Of course, the hospital doesn't look like it's some like serious problem. So once Tayi was brought to the emergency room, they were shocked because he was unconsciousness and lost most of his blood. So they rushed him to the emergency room. But too bad that Tayi couldn't be saved. So that time, Tayi's mom went to the hospital and cried very hard. And Tayi's mom asked for the surgeon for the security cameras. Of course, the surgeon doesn't want to seem like it's his fault, so he just gave Tayi's mother the security footage. And the Tayi's mother saw what happened and reported to the police immediately. And after that, the clinic was closed down, and the surgeon and everyone that worked there was arrested. So remember, always love yourself and don't feel insecure about yourself. That's all from me. Thank you.
Wow, that was amazing speech. I believe that everyone wants to get their plastic surgery done by professionals. Now, let us have one of our judges here to give feedback. Let us welcome our judges, Miss Cecilia.
Evelyn, may I ask you, is this story made by you?
No, it's actually a true story.
Oh, it's a true story. Okay. All right. Okay, so I just think that the story was very, not disturbing. But no, I think the story was very roller coaster, and you were able to bring us from one emotion to another emotion with no problem. You did really well with your vocal variety, with your facial expression, with your tonality and everything. It was really nice how you deliver your speech. Okay, so well done on that part. You really built curiosity as well throughout the speech, as you didn't uncover all of the story in the beginning. How did the story unfold? You didn't tell us. You slowly but surely brought us through that story. Okay, really well done on that. The thing that I would really want you to focus on is when you open the speech. When you open the speech, you ask us, "Do you know about ghost doctor?" Right? And then I think not all speeches has to be opened with questions. I think in this particular speech, if you go directly onto once upon a time, or when did this happen? Like in 2020, there's a guy called Tai. So you continue with the storytelling right away. Okay? That's number one. You can open it, you can definitely open your speech with a story directly. Number two is that when you do the stage, I can tell that you're very confident already on stage, which is really well. However, just move from one space to another with purpose. What do I mean by that? For example, you start from here, right? You start from here when Tai is still looking for permission from his parents, right? You can ask from, you can start from there, and then during the audition, what happened? And then after that, what happened? And then you move on through the stage with purpose. Okay? You can level up your stage mastery like that with moving with purpose on stage. Okay? Overall, I really, really enjoyed the story. Thank you so much, Evelyn, for your speech today. I'm looking forward to your next one.
That was easy.
Thank you very much. I believe the feedback is very well received. Now, let's have 1 minute of silence so our dear trainees and parents can fill out the feedback form so that the speaker can improve more.
Now, our next speaker is someone from the class of Grande. Let us welcome Devan Sean Fertio to the stage. Stefan, are playing games is a sport? Are playing games is a sport, Stefan? Your time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. The stage is yours. Good luck.
Hello everybody, do you guys know sports, right? And do you guys think gaming is a sport? Maybe some people have their opinions. It is controversial, but everybody knows that gaming could be tiring, and some people think that some people say that gaming is a sport because they practice their fingers on their eye or their mouth, you say like that. But when I think about it, I ask, why is gaming a sport for some people? I mean, that is esports and tournament and competition. So I did some research and I found some answer from some people about their opinion. And their opinion is basically from Google saying that sports is basically almost the same as gaming, except that sports is different. When you play sports, you have to run, or like basketball, dribbling, passing, or crossover. But gaming is different. You play, you look at the screen, and you play either with computer or phone. And some people say that it's kind of similar actually, because sports and game have teamwork. And yeah, I know it might be sound bit really curious about it, but some people would say it like that because in games and in real life, they stay together with their friends, family, or either their best friend or partners. Usually like that, they say, wow, gaming is so fun. And some people even make money out of it with the job, like media social people, like YouTubers or streamers, and many more. They earn money by playing games. That's the positive side, I would say. But there is negative side to it because some people tend to play too much and then they got too addicted to it and they are very hard to not get distracted when somebody playing game or they are playing game and then they boom forget their responsibility, and it's bad because we have responsibility to do, and because of gaming it could did this to a lot of people, mostly kids and teenagers, and they would think, I hate doing my chores, but I like games, so I will just play my games and the chores is for later. And then they forget about it. And then let's just say the mom give the chores to the kid, and when the kid come back and the parents saw the mess and it's not yet clean or like the dishes haven't been washed. And of course, the parent will tell the kid to stop their phone, but it could lash out and on an aggressive side of the kid because the kid want to play the game, while the parent doesn't let him until he do his chores. So the kid is angry and could do an aggressive move, like punch the parents or yell at the parents, which is a bad thing to do to your parents. What I think about it is gaming should be balanced. Doing things should be balanced. Everything should be balanced. Gaming, eating, sleeping, everything. And to do that, you must control your time. Basically, set up a schedule. Like you want to play the game for how long? 3 hours, 2 hours? Just set the time. But make sure to do your responsibility first. After that, you are able to play. But still, that is the time limit. So if anybody want to play a game, they should put a time to their phone maybe or their computer or just write it in their notes about time limit, how many from like 1 hour or maybe 2 hour or 3 hour, or at least maybe don't go too far to 5 hour, maybe it's better for 3 hour or 2 hours. So it's a good thing to do. And for in conclusion, I would say that gaming needs time restriction and it should be balanced. That is all for my speech. Thank you, everybody.
Wow, thank you for the amazing speech. I believe everyone should take notes of that, otherwise your eyes might go broken. Now let's have one of our judges here to give their feedback. Let us welcome our judge, Ms. Field.
Hi, Japan. How do you feel?
Maybe a bit nervous, but I know how to be confident when doing this.
So let's give a big round of applause to Japan. Yes, I can see that you try to control yourself in there very well. Like throughout the pace of you speaking, you know, the control on speaking, and then the delivery itself is smooth with the whole explanations that you are giving in here. I really love the parts where you're using your hand gesture. It really shows that you're being confident to be on the stage, right? Moving from one place to another place. For the explanation just now regarding to this course itself, yes, we get the key points about managing the time itself, and then from the conclusion, you were also telling that gaming is time consuming, right? So we should be balanced. Then that is something which is very important. You have stretched it at the very end of it. Somehow, what we can actually see from you is just now your hand gesture, your body posture, it's good already. Then one thing that you've got to really pay attention is with your eye contact. Okay, let's have everyone in here. You look at them, so it's gonna make you look even more confident and more friendly to share. It looks that you're even more ready for telling your story to all of us here. Okay, so do you know how to actually see everyone here? Are you going to see, look into their soul, look into their eyes until they run? So yes, you can use the T-zone. Okay, use the T-zone. Look at the forehead or at the nose bone. Like in this part as well, you can use the T-zone like this. So at least you're still looking at the left, middle, and right parts. Okay, you don't have to look straight to their eyes. Else, instead, other than the audience that going away, you will go also, right? So we want everyone to stay here. Overall, congratulations for your very first real stage. Let's go again with the next level. Let's give a big round of applause.
That was easy. Thank you very much, Ms. Yu. I believe the feedback is very much appreciated. Now, let us have 1 minute of silence so our dear trainees and parents can fill up the feedbacks.
Our next speaker is someone from the class of Grande. Let's welcome Mario Areta Uri. stage is yours. Good luck.
Today, I'm gonna answer to all of millions of students, probably teachers or peers or educators. So today, I'm gonna talk about online learning. So let's see the difference between online learning and offline learning. So usually offline learning in class, we can talk face to face with teachers, educators, peers. So in offline learning, we can do a lot of hand-off activities and a lot of projects. So in online learning, a lot of student thinks that it's gonna be easy if in exams you can just cheat, but it's actually no. But probably yes, some of the students. So in online learning, there's a lot of platforms that teachers use to give a lot of homeworks, and mostly in schools, a lot of teachers have their class between Google Meet, Zoom, mostly all of that. That is the most popular that usually teachers uses. So online learning has like a lot of platforms that to make quizzes or a lot of homework through Kahoot, Quizlet, and more. So in offline classroom, there's usually interaction, achievement, creativity, and that's it. So in interaction, you would have face to face with teachers, fans, and educators. In achievement, usually teachers give like competitions if like the class there is a lot of groups, and teachers would just put a game on the board and put some points, badges, and more. So in engagement, I forgot to say that one, but in engagement, there's mostly like a lot of students like to have very focused to on the teachers that are about the learning process and the materials. So without a creative teacher, how would this happen? So if there is a creative teacher, the creative teacher would do all of this and probably more games without a lot of essays or putting a lot of video lectures. So if not a creative teacher, probably they would just give a video of lectures, essays, homework. But in a creative teacher, they would just give a lot of good games and probably give a lot of questions so the students in the Zoom probably would not like do some kinds of stuff like just sleep, not join the Zoom. Mostly a lot of students do like that. Well, in my school, a lot of people likes to just sleep, eat, or not just join the Zoom at all. So my school is very strict also. So in the offline class, my school would give a lot of videos and essays, projects, and my school is hard to give grades because the teachers is very, very strict. So in an offline class, it is better than an online class in my option, on my opinion. So that is all from me. Thank you.
Wow, that was an amazing speech about online learning. And I am the one who thinks that online learning is actually easy because we can sleep over the Zoom. That's So let us have one of our judges here to give a little bit of feedback. Let us welcome our judge for today, Miss Cecilia.
All right, thank you. Mario, is this why you joined SMLONE? Because it's offline, right? Because it's better. All right, for Mario, today your speech was really good. I think the opening was very catching. You said today you're going to answer millions of students' questions. Which are like, oh, what is it? What's the question, right? Which is can online learning be fun? All right. So throughout your speech, you have said that online learning can be fun, but in your opinion, offline is still better. Okay. All right. So from how you deliver your speech, right? How you deliver your speech. Your body gesture was very contained. Hand gestures were really nice. Okay. You show confidence in delivering the speech. Now, the little trick is the eye contact. Eye contact. So in this class, right? My goal, maybe your goal next time, is not to see everyone here, but maybe just the corners of the room. So how many corners do we have? 4, right? So not that one line, yeah? But for the back, on the left side, on the right side, and then this one in the middle, okay, and then the front. All right. So my tip for you is to make your eye contact even wider, okay? Because we want everyone to feel included. Okay, that's number 1. And then the second one is how you close your message. How you close your message. You open it with such a good claim that I'm going to answer a question that a million students have. Okay? At the end, you said that you yourself prefer offline rather than online. Now, before you state that, you repeat what you have said. So the conclusion of the speech is that you think offline is better because face-to-face, it's more fun, it's more engaging, right? So by that, you leave the audience with very, very clear reason why offline is still better than online. Okay? Overall, I really like your speech, Mario. I think you have grown from that picture very well into this young man. So thank you so much, Mario. That was easy.
Thank you very much. I believe the feedback is very much appreciated. Now let's have 1 minute of silence so our dear trainees and parents can fill out the feedback form so that the speaker can prove more.
Okay, our next speaker is someone from the class of Clinton. Let us welcome Nico Chandra Shimala Netra to the stage. Nico Chandra Vimal Netra. Bullying, Nico Chandra Vimal Netra. 5 to 7 minutes, the stage is yours. Good luck.
If you guys ever heard of bullying, if you guys do, I will want to ask a question. Raise up your hand if you think bullying is bad. What? Bullying refers to aggressive behavior as to dominate the other person. It refers to the function of power over others so that an individual can dominate others. It is an act that not only happens once, instead it keeps repeating over. Bullying is a result of someone's perception of the imbalance of power. Types of bullying. There are 4 types of bullying. One, physical bullying, when a person tries to physically hurt or torture someone. 2, verbal bullying, when a person taunts or teases other person. 3, psychological bullying, when a person or group of person gossip about another person or exclude them from being part of the group, can be termed as psychological bullying. 4, cyberbullying, when the bully makes use of social media. They can make bad comments and degrading comments to deteriorate someone's public image. They may also post personal information such as pictures or videos to deteriorate someone's public image. Bullying is bad and we all know it. That's why we need to work together to eliminate the act of bullying. It has been noted that physical bullying is more prevalent amongst boys and psychological bullying is more prevalent amongst women. Bullying can happen at any stages of life, such as school bullying, workplace bullying, public place bullying, college bullying, and more. Many times, not only the other person but the family members also unknowingly bully an individual by making constant discouraging remarks. Bullying prevention strategies. Engage your child. The first thing to do if you notice that something's wrong with your child. Build a community of support. Be consistent. Get educated. Continual training and education is essential to stop bullying in your community. Be a role model. Bullying is a learned behavior. It is the duty of the parents to constantly teach their children about not bullying and that it is wrong. Parents should teach their children to not bully by teaching them as someone or maybe school and more. If we as a society need to grow and develop more, then we have to work together towards discouraging the act of bullying. A wise man once said, treat people like how you always wanted to be treated. Bullying can happen at any time, so next time you need to prepare yourself to prevent bullying or maybe fight back. My name is Nico. It's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you for the meaningful speech. I think parents should be aware of this, yeah? Now let's have one of our judges here to give their feedback. Let us welcome our judge, Miss Field.
All right. Well, Nico, it's a very nice topic that you have raised. Like this is something which is very deep regarding to bullying itself. So I know that it's not something easy. Somehow you dare to actually bring this up. Okay. So what I'm going to say regarding to your body posture, you have a very steady body posture with the hand gesture. Sometimes you are using people, and somehow you are also opening the hand gesture, which is very good. Yeah, it's a good start for the first wheel stage that you are doing today. The voice that you have, it's audible. Everyone can hear you. Somehow the things that you can pay attention is with the pronunciation. Okay. You can open your mouth bigger, okay, to make it more clear when you are going to pronounce a certain wording. Or you can try to record yourself as well. And you can hear, oh, did I actually being heard or not regarding to a certain wordings? If let's say it is something new for you to pronounce it. Okay. Overall, it's a very nice speech that you have tried today. For this kind of topic, one thing that you might need to actually do for improving the next speeches is you can put something in a like a story, okay, something which is personal. It doesn't have to be about you, but you can tell like about some other experience as well. So we can actually relate why you are actually really concerned about this bullying case. Did you get the point? Okay, so that's what you can do. The first one is the pronunciation, and the second one is just to give a story in it. Right? Overall, congratulations for going to surgeon.
That was easy. Thank you very much, Ms. Pio. I believe the feedback is well received. Now, let us have 1 minute of silence so our dear trainees and parents can fill out the feedback form.
Our next speaker is someone from the class of Kiyosaki. Let's welcome William Arthur Tuata. William Arthur Tuata, time management, William Arthur Tuata. The stage is yours. Good luck.
Thank you. I was going to shake hands. Thank you. Wait. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm sure you might not have heard of a quote that I'm going to mention. It's better to be 3 hours early than to be 1 minute late. This is a quote by William Shakespeare. Wow. How oddly similar to my name. Anyways, today I'll be talking about time management. You might already know what time management is. Time management is about how you get your tasks done on time and efficiently. If you do not have good time management, then you will fall behind in tasks and you will struggle to complete your work. So, how can you improve your time management? Well, there are a couple of ways. The first primary way is to simply do things. This might sound like something obvious, but there are a lot of people in my school, for example, who oftentimes ignore their work and just go on social media. And by the time they have to go to school, it's far too late. They have 2 or 3 homework and they haven't done any progress so far. The teacher ends up getting mad at them, to say the least. So there are a few ways that we can improve this, obviously. You might want to remove any obvious distractions from your workplace. For example, let's say that you have a table, and your table has a phone right here. Now, let's say for your task, the only thing you need is a book, a pencil, and maybe your laptop to do some research. In that case, you should put your phone away, because that phone can very easily distract you from doing your work properly. Now, the second piece of advice I have for you is to use some sort of calendar system. My example is ManageBack. No, I am not sponsored by ManageBack. Anyways, ManageBack is this app where you can create tasks, you can show and create them and make them so that they're due at a certain period of time. So you can label them, describe the task, and you can, like, whenever you want, you can check a dashboard which shows all the tasks that you have to do. Now, this is extremely useful. However, I can understand that some people do not have access to this type of digital calendar. So there is another type of solution. The next type of solution I have for you is a physical calendar. Actually, you don't even need anything too special. All you really need is a simple notebook. I'm sure everyone has one at the very minimum. Now, all you have to do is get at least a notebook with a couple pages. Then you want in the front page to put the most important things. Let's say there's a group project or that's due in like 3 weeks. And then you have to present in front of a crowd. Wow. In about a week. So you put the group project due in 3 days, you put it at the top page, part of the page. And then the one due in a week, the presentation, you want to put it in the bottom. So you want to schedule your things from how early they should be done to things that you can do later on. And you can do that for like each separate page based off the level of importance. So super important things will be in the front page, and then in the back would be whatever you want to do for fun, like your video games, your partying, whatever. So this type of advice might really sound simple, but in truth, it's something that a lot of people do not apply in their daily life, and it really makes a big difference. I can even draw some comparisons to my school. A lot of the people in my school who get high grades are often not just the smart people, but also the people who manage their time efficiently. It's the result of their efficiency and diligence that they are able to complete their work on time and add extra quality to their projects or their presentations. This allows them to excel further in life. This not only applies in school, of course. This applies everywhere. Work, maybe even something you do as a hobby. If you manage how you do that task, you will be able to perform it better, which would mean that you would grow more as a person. And growing more as a person is obviously something that you should do because it means that you're gaining more skills. So in conclusion, you should improve your time management by focusing on your work, removing any obvious distractions, and using a sort of calendar system to keep track of your tasks. Even something as simple as that can lead you towards a brighter future, a place where you are able to have a successful life and not be too stressed. This kind of simple advice, which is so ridiculously easy to implement in life, but so extremely valuable, is something that will make you better you. Thank you for listening, and I am William Arthur Georgia.
Wow, William, I like the way you remind us to improve on our time management. Now let us have one of our judges here to give a little bit of feedback. Let us welcome Miss Cecilia.
cuaca. Okay, William, if you teach us about time management today, you have proved to us that you could also manage what you say in just 5 to 7 minutes to really tell us what is a good message. So good job for today. All right, William, right away you already include humor when you open your speech, and throughout the speech you also give like this sprinkle of humor, which is like, no, I'm not sponsored by this, or yeah, William Shakespeare had the same name as me, and stuff like that really makes you connect more with the audience. So that is a great part that you did today. The second thing is that I see that from the beginning until the end, you have this steeple hand gesture. Okay, steeple hand gesture is a good way to tell us that you have everything together. You have a good composure, okay? But it is not wrong to explore more onto the open hand gesture. Try various hand gestures. When you explain to us about the top and the bottom of the agenda, that's what I mean by exploring more onto that. Okay, so you can always go back to the steeple hand gesture, but do not limit yourself to that steeple hand gesture, because you can do a lot more with your hands other than steeple. Okay, that's my suggestions. What other things that you did very well is that you add stories as well. Throughout your speech, you tell us how to minimize distractions. How does your friend spend time in TikTok before they go to school and they didn't do the homework and stuff like that? Okay, it makes us remember your points even clearer. All right, just a little bit of suggestions. I noticed that you used your stage just now. The first one was doing things. I think you forgot to move to the second one, which is removing distraction. You were still here, but it's okay. It's just mini hiccups, right? Mini hiccups. It can be done by more practice, and I think once you master the stage even more, your message will even be more powerful. Okay. Thank you so much today, William. Looking forward for your next speech in surgeon level.
Thank you.
That
was easy.
Thank you very much. I believe the feedback is very appreciated. Now let's have 1 minute of silence so our dear trainees and parents can fill out the feedback form so that the speaker can improve more.
Our next speaker is someone from the class of Kiyosan. Let us welcome Zulfikar Putra Nadiman to the stage. Zulfikar Putra Nadiman, martial arts, Zulfikar Putra Nadiman. 5 to 7 minutes, the stage is yours. Good luck.
Hello, dear audience, trainers, and parents for today. Thank you for listening to my speech. Today, I'm going to tell the story, the history, and my experience in these 3 martial arts. Now, before we decide, I think martial arts is not only a physical training for us all, so it's a journey where our mind and spirit can be improved. So, as we gather here, not only we will be celebrating our strength in our bodies, but also the clarity of our mind, the courage that we face our own limitations, and I'll take this together. And as we dive into the art of combat, we will also dive into the art of living, striving for balance, honor, and and perfection in that and all that. So let's get into this. Now, what I'm going to explain is the history of three martial arts, and that is Kung Fu, Taekwondo, and karate. Kung Fu was not made by someone, but simply is a history. Kung Fu was originated by China, also known as Kung Fu. It's also a broad term that refers to Chinese martial art, and it's evolved for thousands of years. And the most famous legends that are associated with the origin of Kung Fu is the Indian monk. I think Dharma is name. In Chinese, his name is Dharma. He traveled to China in the 5th or 6th century and taught the monks of the Shaolin Temple exercise to strengthen their bodies and improve their meditation practice. And they said that this exercise also laid to the foundation for Shaolin Kung Fu. For Shaolin Kung Fu, where we all know is originated in China, where in this case it's also important to note that various Kung Fu exist with various different forms long before Dharma was born, and its development was gradual and a complex process that was influenced by many factors over centuries. Now, Taekwondo is a martial art that mixes with the combat and feet, basically. So it's not only like for modern practice, it's also drawn back into the ancient Korean martial arts, where I'm going to overview the history, where Taekwondo has its ancient roots, and that is Taekwondo as where it's traced back to 2,000 years ago and was practiced by many Korean soldiers and nobility during the Goguryeo, Silla, and Goryeo dynasties. And there's one of these three Silla dynasties who practice the martial art a lot that emphasize both physical and mental training. So as for Kyokushin karate, the It was made or basically found in Japan in the mid 20th century. Was made by a man called Tatsu Oyama, also known as Oyama, who created this style of karate. He was known for many things like his physical strength, his mental toughness, and his incredible feats like fighting with live bulls and breaking their horns with his bare hands. Now, as for this, martial arts is not used for fighting, it's not just about fighting, it's about building our characteristic where our true victory comes from ourselves, and the true and the real battle is from the journey of self-discovery, discipline, and perseverance. Thank you for hearing this speech.
Thank you for the amazing speech. I was very shocked when I saw your topic because not a lot of people talk about martial arts nowadays. And even though you're nervous, I believe you delivered the speech well. Now let's have one of our judges here to give the feedback. Let us welcome our judge, Ms. Vio.
Well, so Fikar, this is your first real stage, is it? Okay. So since it's your first real stage, then we can tell that you have done it amazingly from the very beginning until the very end. You're non-stop in explaining about this martial arts. And of course, the topic itself is really interesting. That's why everyone were actually being into you already. We would really want to know more about what is martial arts. From your way on how to explain the types of martial art itself, it really shows that you are capable in delivering the topic itself. Okay? Somehow, what you can actually improve again is to express yourself even more. By meanings of expressing is through your intonation. When you're just stepping in there, just now in the very beginning, you can already play with your intonation, volume up. So how you can actually know whether your voice is actually reaching until it's actually going to that wall, right? Then from the beginning just now, before everyone were coming, you can have the stage time, like trying the stage first. I know in the class, it's like half of this, right? Somehow it is bigger, and you see even more eyes in here, which it actually feels like you're being swallowed up as well, right? More than how you were being in the class. Okay, since I know how it actually feels like when you are inside the class, which is quite different with the tense of the first real stage. Yes, and that's what you are actually supposed to feel. So you have a strong basic for jumping even higher. Okay, so for this this kind of topic, yes, you just need to volume up first to express more. Especially this one is martial arts, so we would like to see something visual. I thought that you might want to do some kind of action in here, like really exploring yourself. I mean, like not going to us, okay? You have to look at yourself as well. But then you're just doing a simple gesture, so we can differentiate karate, and then just now you're mentioning taekwondo and stuff, right? Which I have zero idea about it, right? So you can actually make it clear to all of us. Then we know the difference, right? Overall, congratulations for your very first real stage. Let's move on again to certain level. Let's give a big round of
That was easy. Thank you very much for the feedback. I believe the feedback is well received. Now let us have 1 minute of silence so our dear trainees and parents can fill out the feedback form.
Our next speaker is someone from the class of Ziegler. Let's welcome Surgeon Aural Sophie Kasuma. Language, Aural Sophie Kasuma. Stage is yours. Clap your hands.
In this beautiful occasion, I am going to share about why learning a second language is very important. A second language is like having a superpower that lets us explore the world. It is not just about talking, it is also about connecting to people from other places. Like watching movies, enjoying music, and traveling, making it a lot more fun. Learning a second language can make life more colorful. It opens up more opportunities and experience for us to enjoy. Now, I'm going to share about why it is important. First, it helps us improve our communication skills. Using a second language can unlock a secret code that lets us explore different worlds. We can dive into new cultures, and it also changes normal conversations into an exciting adventure. We can share ideas in fresh ways. Imagine ordering food in Paris and making friends in Tokyo and watching movies without subtitles. It is not just a skill. It is like a superpower that makes communication more thrilling and life more adventurous. Second, it gives advantages to our education and our career. Knowing a second language sharpens our education and our career prospects. It sharpens our cognitive abilities, making us a better problem solver and a better learner. In career, it also opens up more chance for us to work in international settings. We can stand out in a competitive job market, and it increases the chance of acceptance. For someone with a passion of singing like me, knowing a second language can be a total game changer. It allows me to perform in several languages and for me to connect with the audiences. This can make my singing more powerful and captivating. Third, it lets us understand more about cultures. As I said, a second language makes our life more colorful and more exciting. It is like a backstage pass to different cultures. Imagine chatting with the whole world, truly understanding their dreams, jokes, and stories. Learning a second language can make us experience more fascinating adventures in a more deeper and meaningful way. Last but not least, it increases our personal growth. Learning a second language is like stepping into new adventures and to discover how they live and how they think. Diving into new cultures, meeting more incredible people. It is a skill that helps us grow our confidence and be more open-minded. It's not just only about words, but it expands our mind to be a more curious and a more adventurous person. In conclusion, A second language is like a magic wand that helps us grow. It is also like a VIP pass for us to experience more cultures, dive into new cultures, making friends, and exploring what makes people tick. It turns every day into an exciting treasure hunt. Therefore, a second language is like a door to new adventures and to enrich our lives in amazing ways. Thank you.
I totally agree with you that language is a superpower for us to connect to people around the world. So now let's welcome one of our judges here to give a little bit of feedback. So let us welcome our judges, Miss Cecilia. Thank you.
Alright. And I can't help falling in love with you. Alright, I know you're a singer, but how come you can speak such a very merdu voice? Okay. Oh well, because you have this power to speak with such a very nice tone. You did it very well today. You delivered your message with clarity, very, very clear. First of all, I just want to say good job for dealing with a hiccup in the beginning. You know how your clicker didn't work just now?
Yeah.
You were calm all the way through. That's a very key point to bring a slide and staying calm when there's a hiccup. Okay? Good job for that. Second, you're such a ball of joy that you can just smile from the beginning until the end of your speech while you tell us the importance of learning a new language. Okay? The smile was really contagious. Okay? And the choice of word is the powerful thing that you also have. The magic wand that you just do on our imagination. Because you use this word, imagine. Imagine ordering food in Paris, making new friends with someone in Tokyo. Like, it's such a powerful word that I think everyone here should learn to use the word imagine. Okay? It can really bring us as the audience to imagine what you want us to imagine. Okay? So those are the magic wands that you have. Now I want to have that magic wands even stronger by adding more personal stories. I really wonder, are you learning a new language right now? Are you learning a second language? No! Okay, so I think to make you as a more credible speaker, because you're also learning English, right? English is your second language. Actually, you can bring us, the audience, to imagine like how did you start learning English? Let's say, for example, right? You add that personal story so that it's more credible. You are a more credible speaker because people understand that you have gone through that difficulty of learning new language. But although it's challenging, you will get all of these benefits that you told us today. Okay, so add more personal story and then add tips. How can we learn new language? Is it by learning, watching Korean movie, or is it by listening to music and all of that stuff? Okay, but overall, I really love your speech today, Sarangeo. Thank you so much.
That
was easy.
Now let's have 1 minute of silence so our dear trainers and parents can fill out the feedback form.
Our next speaker is someone from the class of Sigma. Let us welcome Surgeon Catherine Jocelyn to the stage. Catherine Jocelyn, not every problem can be solved by saying sorry. Not every problem can be solved by saying sorry, Catherine Jocelyn. The time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. The stage is yours. Good luck.
Not every problem can be solved by saying sorry. When I was young, I have this one toy that I really, really love. And I play with it every single day. But one day, when I was playing with it, my cousin accidentally broke this toy. I was really upset, and all she said was, "Hey, I'm sorry for breaking the toy." Because she said I'm sorry, I'm forced to say that I'm fine, it's okay. Even though that I was not actually fine, I was really upset, which made me realize now that saying sorry does not fix everything. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, I'm Catherine, and today I'll bring up a topic about not every problem can be solved by saying sorry. We all here probably have said sorry more than once, right? So we can see that sorry is a basic manner, and we use it if we do a little tiniest mistake. But saying sorry does not fix everything. Before I tell you why, do you guys know what is sorry? The meaning of sorry is often used to express regrets or an apology for something you did wrong or caused someone's trouble. Saying sorry is a way to acknowledge that you made a mistake. Sorry is a very meaningful gesture to use, and it's also considered as basic manners. But sorry does not fix everything. Why? We might wonder why the sorry does not fix everything. It's because some problems needs more than an apology, which means that it needs more than words. By taking real action and showing it to them that we are actually really sorry. We can prove it to them that we are sorry. Some problems might not be enough. Some apology, like saying sorry, might not be enough to tackle the main issue or the main problem of the situation that we caused. So remember to take real action and show it to them that we are actually sorry. Now, how do we prove it to them that we are actually sorry? First, by taking responsibility. By taking responsibility in all mistakes we do is very, very important. It can show them and it can gain our trust back towards the person that we did the mistakes to. Second, communicate openly. Communicate openly is the key to an apology. Why? Because by communicating openly with that person, we can know that their feelings toward this problem and their emotion of this problem. Third, be patient and be understanding. In this apology, being understanding is very, very important. Why? Because if we understand their feelings, we can know what we did wrong and how they feel of that problem or the situation that we caused. And last but not least, this is the most important one. Change your behavior. By changing your behavior, you can improve and show them that we won't do it again. Never repeat the same mistake again. Now, one thing is do not say sorry too often. Why? Why do not say sorry too often? Because by saying sorry too often, it can lose its words impact. When you say sorry too often, It becomes a routine of responses instead of a way of expressing our regrets and sincereness, or by showing empathy, which leads people to think that we are insincere and it will be less meaningful. We know that sorry is a very meaningful gesture, so we don't want it to feel like it is not meaningful. Because sometimes if we say sorry too often, people will think that we are trying to avoid fixing the real problem. And it's better to say sorry from the bottom of our heart and not saying it too often. And ladies and gentlemen, before I end this speech, we all learned that saying sorry does not fix everything now, right? So if we do something wrong, remember to apologize by words and by taking real action. Do not apologize just by saying sorry. I'm Catherine. Thank you.
Thank you for the amazing speech. I think I should take notes of what you said because usually when my mom gets mad, I just say sorry. That's it. Now let's have one of our judges to give feedback. Let's welcome our judge, Miss Fio.
Alright. Wow, Catherine. Well, you have a very nice, encouraging way for telling us and reminding us to not just say sorry. And you have did that from the beginning, and then just in the middle. Same thing as well with the closing part. So it's really like telling us, okay, remember, don't just say sorry. That proof, right? Like how you say it. Then we really get to the whole points from the content that you were telling. This slide that you have made, it is something which is simple, yeah, with those questions. Somehow there are still certain parts which has the wordings, right? So you can minimize that, or by adding like animation, you know, the animation like it's up when you just click it. So when you have already tell those questions, then you're going to explain, right? When you're going to explain it, you just look at us and then you click it. It will look more professional by doing that. Okay, since just now you tend to actually look there, although just looking at a little bit. Again, remember, slide is for audience. You should be the star. Okay. Somehow in the whole delivery of the speech, just now you have tried your very best to keep on explaining and not looking that much. That it's just that you have to be more consistent in doing it. Adding pictures, it's gonna make your slide even more colorful. It is not like we are going to see that much. At least there's some kind of visual things, right? Because human, we always love visual. Okay. Another things that I can see your voice, yeah, your gesture, all of you, all of those characteristics, you have already mastered that. That is something which is very good from your whole speech that you have done today. So that is it, yeah, about the slide design that you can actually minimize it. And you can also add a story, okay? Because this is about apologies, right? About story kind of things. Then, of course, if you had can add like a story, then we can relate it even more. Why you said so? Then we can trust you even more, right? Through the story that you delivered to us. Overall, very well done. Congratulations for going to different court.
That was easy.
Thank you very much, Ms. Yu. I believe the feedback is well received. Now let us have 1 minute of silence so our dear trainees and parents can fill out the feedback form.
200.000 ya. Beli yang gue dari Shopee. Kirim alamat habis itu bisa dapat 200.000.
Our next speaker is someone from the class of Clinton. Let's welcome Surgeon Michael Setiawan. Michael Setiawan, pride is the father of all sins. Pride is the father of all sins. Michael Setiawan. The stage is yours. Good luck.
Thomas Aquinas once said, pride is the father of all sins. So I'm gonna tell you why pride is not a good thing and we need to stay humble. So what is actually pride? So some of you might think it's a good thing because we are proud of something and we didn't do any bad things. But if we have too much pride, we are too focused on ourselves and didn't acknowledge our weakness and only knowing our power. So what are the consequences? So before I'm gonna tell you consequences, I'm gonna give an example, and this will support the consequences. The first example is, do you guys know Nokia? The brand phone?
Yes.
So who here still use Nokia phone? No one, right? So in the early 20s, Nokia is a very good phone brand and almost everyone uses it. But when Apple and Android operating system came out, the Nokia phone didn't feel like it is a big threat to their company and still uses the classic screen and the bottom part of a keypad. And people think that Android and Apple is more convenient because they got all of the screen and they can type in their skin. And that's where people left Nokia and switched to Apple and Android. So the second example is, you might think, what's the things that can cause it a bad thing? So if you have too much pride, you can be jealous of other people. Like the people is rich and you are not that rich and you want to be same as them. So so the people they think that they need to do everything they can to be higher than them, so that they can be accepted in the society. And the antonym of pride is being humble. So the right way to be proud of yourself is humble. So what is humble? What is humble? So humble is a way you acknowledge yourself that you are good at one thing and you acknowledge yourself that you are weak at some point. That's why humble is better than being so proud of yourself. And the strength of humility or being humble. So if you are too proud or you have a pride, you cannot make connection with other people and you have to work by yourself. And as you guys have learned in primary school, we are social living things. So we need to be socialized to other people so we can have a great life and make a good, healthy life. That's why being too much proud of yourself is not good, and as as our and as we have learned that being humble is already is a very important thing, and thank you for listening.
Wow, I love your space topic. That was really amazing. Now let us help one of our judges here to give a feedback. So let us welcome Mrs. Maria.
Michael, today see you on real stage, from surgeon to lieutenant colonel, just made me realize how time flies. Because the first time when we met, you were still in private level, right? And today you have conquered another stage, right? Which is the surgeon to lieutenant colonel. I think, Michael, what I really love about your preparation is that, first of all, the slide was clean. What I mean by clean is that not too much wording, that we're not focusing on the slide. Yes, everybody was focusing on you because there was just too little, not too little, but basically right amount of words, right amount of words that is in the script. You focus on what you want to say. All right. The second is that you add examples into your stories. Like, for example, the Nokia, how Nokia was defeated by Android and also Apple, right? So that was really nice addition throughout your speech. Now, I want to give a little bit of suggestions. Yeah. Can you please go back to your previous slides? Okay. Go to the one that's consequences, and then example, and then outcome. Okay? All right. So here, in this section, again, I want to emphasize on the purpose of the slides. Okay? What is the purpose of the slides, in your opinion, Michael?
Support your speech.
To
Support your speech.
support your speech, correct? So the purpose of the slides is not to help you as the speaker to remember what to say next, correct? The purpose of this screen is so that people understand what you're talking about right now. So what would be better in this one, for example? Okay, in this slides you were talking about Nokia. Okay, what if you just write, or maybe just look for the Nokia logo and then just put it there. This is one of the examples how Nokia was defeated by Android. And then you explain and all of that stuff. You see, it's more impactful and it is more visual for the audience. All right, like this one is good, right? Pride versus humble. It's very simple. It's very supporting of what you want to say, which is basically don't be prideful, but be humble. Okay, this is a good example. The next one. Okay, the first one is basically the choice of word that you use in your slides. Other than saying example, you can just remove it and just put Nokia, for example. Okay, and then if you have another example, put it on another slide. All right, so that it's more clear to the audience. Okay, there's one example and then there's another example. Okay, the second is, can you go to the next one? This one. Okay, what do you think can be better in this?
Like the humbleness to be
Huh?
Like the humbleness to be at the same height
The humbleness needs to be on the same height as what?
as what is.
How to make this a good slide? This is a very clear one, okay? It's not too many words. Just can be even better, which is putting the humble in the middle. That's it. Don't even say what is humble. Because by that, you enforce us to think, okay, you're talking about humble now. You're talking about what it is. All right? So just remove all the words, put the humble in the middle, the position of it. Okay, so the next one, if you can tell us, Michael. Okay, so this one, how would you improve this? using my previous suggestions.
Make it bigger.
Make it bigger and make it
Center.
center. Yes, you got it. Okay. Yeah. So next time when you use slides, it's gonna be even more effective, okay, than today. But today you did a very good job already. I'm looking forward for your next stage. Good luck on finishing lieutenant colonel projects.
That
was easy.
Thank you very much. I believe that feedback is very appreciated. Miss. Now let's have 1 minute of silence. I'll give trainers and parents can fill out the feedback form.
And ladies and gentlemen, how are you feeling after the real stage is finally over? Relief? Yes. Well, despite your nervousness now, you all did really well. Each of you has given out your best speeches and effort today.
So congratulations to all participants of Real Stage 34. You did very good, and I'm pretty sure everyone is proud of you for making it this far. A big round of applause to you all. Now, before we invite all participants to come up to the stage to receive the pin and certificate, we would like to invite Miss Maylin to announce some special promotions. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Miss Maylin to the stage.
Terima kasih. Gimana nih Papa dan Mama? Apakah bangga melihat anak-anak kita sudah tampil di depan ini?
Bangga.
Bangga dong ya pastinya. Mari kita beri tepuk tangan yang paling meriah. Oke, pada kesempatan kali ini izinkan saya sebagai Departemen Student Success Center ingin mengingatkan kembali kepada Papa dan Mama bahwa di SMLONE kita memiliki 6 level, di mana yang pertama yakni private, kemudian ada sergeant, lalu ada lieutenant colonel, kemudian ada kolonel, lieutenant general, dan yang terakhir ialah general. Oleh sebab itu, setiap kenaikan level semuanya harus melewati real stage. Dan setelah melalui tahap real stage, maka anak-anak kita akan mulai masuk di fase yang baru, yakni level yang baru. Karena setiap level pastinya memiliki proyeknya masing-masing. Dengan setiap proyek yang tersendirinya lagi dan variasi-variasi proyeknya pula. Baik itu dari speaking project maupun live projectnya. Oleh sebab itu, pada hari ini spesial untuk Papa dan Mama, kita mengadakan promo untuk buku anak-anak kita hanya 500.000 saja. Jadi, di mana untuk buku ini nanti Papa dan Mama bisa didapatkan oleh kepada Miss Jovita di depan yang nantinya akan memberikan buku baru sesuai dengan level anak-anak kita yang sudah lolos pada real stage kali ini. Sekian informasi mengenai promo, kemudian izinkan saya juga menyampaikan informasi mengenai event SMLONE yang akan diadakan pada 8 September nanti, yakni SML Talk. Dan di mana di sini kami juga mengharapkan untuk anak-anak youth yang ada di sini, mari kita seluruhnya menjadi volunteer di dalam acara ini. di mana nantinya setiap trainee SMLONE akan ikut berpartisipasi menjadi panitia, baik itu bisa menerima tamu, seksi dokumentasi, dan sebagainya yang nanti juga akan dibimbing dan akan di briefing kemudian, dan ini akan diadakan pada 8 September di Politeknik WBI. Dan kami juga turut serta mengundang Papa dan Mama untuk ikut serta partisipan di dalam event ini dengan berdonasi sebesar 99.000 saja, di mana nantinya donasi ini akan kita berikan sebagai tiket kepada Papa dan Mama untuk mengikuti event ini, dan uang yang akan diberikan nantinya akan didonasikan untuk untuk Yayasan Kanker Anak Medan. Jadi acara kita ini non-profit. Segala pembelian tiket akan diberikan untuk Yayasan Kanker Anak Medan. Dan ini nanti bisa saja dihadiri oleh anak-anak, remaja, kuliahan, juga bagi mama-papa sendiri. Karena nantinya ini akan dihadiri oleh 16 speaker yang sangat menginspirasi. Baik itu mulai dari fase sekolah maupun kuliah, fase usaha karir, dan relationship, juga ada fase-fase yang membahas parenting. Dan tentu saja nanti akan dibawakan oleh Ibu Maimunah Natasha mengenai persiapan pensiun dan juga pensiunnya. Jadi ini merupakan event kita yang diadakan tahunan, sehingga untuk tahun ini kita mengadakannya offline di Politeknik WBI, tepat di tanggal 8 September 2024. Sekian informasi dari saya, terima kasih.
Thank you, Ms. Melin, for the announcement. Now we invite all participants to come to the stage, one by one. If your name is called, please come to the stage to receive your pin. Surgeon Braden Lisman.
Invite the trainer first. Invite the trainer first.
We already listened. We already. Okay.
Let us welcome both of our judges.
Yes. Invite everyone to the stage. Where do we go?
Okay, look at me. 3, 2, 1.
Let me see.
Let us welcome Surgeon Clarissa and Berlin.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's invite Surgeon Evelyn Lee onto the stage.
Get me 3, 2, 1. Alright, congrats, Emily.
Let us welcome Surgeon Stefan San Percio to the stage.
Surgeon.
Congratulations. 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay, nice. Okay, congratulations. Alright, Stefan.
Let's invite Surgeon Mario Arita Uy.
Three, two, one. Okay. Don't raise my
Now let's invite our trainer, Miss Field, onto the stage.
Let us welcome welcome Chandra Vimalana to the stage.
Three, two, look at Miss Nico. Smile. Okay, well done, Nico.
Let's welcome William Arthur Serta onto the stage. I'm sorry,
Three, two, one. Okay, well done.
Let us welcome Sirpin Zulfikar Putra Nadiman.
Three, two, one, smile.
let's welcome Lieutenant Colonel Aurel Sophie Kasuma onto the stage.
Three, two, one, smile. Okay, nice. Progress around.
Let us welcome Lieutenant Colonel Catherine Dufflin onto the stage.
Three, two, one, smile. Okay, there we go.
Last but not least, let's welcome Lieutenant Colonel Michael Setiawan onto the stage.
Three, two, one, smile. Don't worry, Michael.
All right, moms and dads, today's event is impossible without our amazing MCs. Can we give them a big round of applause as well? In SML1, we not only ask them to become a speaker, but also how to manage the stage, how to manage the audience, the hiccups and everything. Today it ran well. Before 4 o'clock, we can already all go home. So thanks to them and thanks to all of us as well. Because of his hard work and her hard work as well. Just want to let you guys know as well that today their willingness to become an MC is also part of the challenge. So if you guys are in private, you guys are in surgeon, they're in lieutenant colonel, and in lieutenant colonel there is a challenge called MC, right? So you are going to have also your chance to stand up here to become the MC of these kind of events. So without your contribution today, this event is impossible. Okay. With that, I would like to give you the certificate of completion. So first, maybe I will welcome Kenzie to the stage. Thank you. Oh, yes. All right.
3, 2, 1. Okay, nice.
Okay.
Very proud of myself.
All right. Next is Valorant. Let us welcome Valorant as well.
3, 2, 1. Smile. Okay.
Hey. I'll give you a couple back to you guys, okay?
We would like to once again congratulate and also thank all of our trainees for your participation, our judges who won't stop giving constructive feedback, and also the audience, our dear friends and parents who've come here to support us.
We appreciate every moment we've spent with you. And we will always remember that this is our best memory. I am Lieutenant Colonel Pauline Well.
I'm Newton Cole, Kensington Hugh.
Thank you and see you in the next event.
We would like to invite all participants and judges to come to the stage so we can take photos together.
Remember to bring your certificates as well.
I can go home.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you guys squeeze it to the left and right? Right. Yeah. And see this.
Yeah, Michael. Okay.
All right.
Michael, can you please do? Okay. 3, 2, 1. Smile. Okay, nice. Now we're gonna make a video. So MC, please say SMLONE and the rest say making you better you. Okay, let's do the title first. Can see this. I can see.
SMLONE.
Making you better you.
Yeah, that's smile.
That's
Yeah, that's
right.
so we have to actually warming up. Yeah, it's a little more. Yeah, just smile.
Be more excited.
Yes. So this one, making you better.
Happy.
And then after that, clap.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, you guys. Okay, for this side, maybe left hand side. For the right side, maybe right hand side. Yeah, you can do that. Yes.
SMLONE.
Making you better you.
Okay.
Okay.